Good morning, everyone. Ted and I are thrilled to be joining you this morning as we kick off Planners Day.
It really is so great to be with you, with city people. And part of the reason why I love being with city people is that your primary motivation is just plain your love of your community, and I love that.
Ted, you are a former planning commissioner and a city council member for North Salt Lake, is that right?
Yeah, Michelle, I was thinking about it. You know, we're people that work with metropolitan planning organizations, but maybe even more important is we are city people ourselves. So thanks for the subtle little reminder. Yeah, so I was on planning commission in my city for years, and now I've been on the city council for a handful of years, and I love the fact that I'm a city person too.
Yep. And I serve on the planning commission for Spanish Fork, and it's been such a great opportunity. I learned so much. I continue to learn a lot. And what I'm learning as I work at the local level really helps me as I work at the regional level at Mountain Land Association of Governments. Today, we are focusing on city and town centers and the shared effort behind the Wasatch Choice vision. Thoughtful community planning for centers really does help communities thrive and accommodate growth. Cities across the state of Utah are really embracing the center strategy, and centers are really coming to life in really exciting ways. So we're going to take a moment and watch our new video highlighting some of the work.
Utah is growing, and communities across the region have a plan, the Wasatch Choice Vision. This vision preserves what we love about Utah while enhancing our quality of life. One way it's working is through city and town centers, the hearts of our communities, where people can live, work, and play. There are centers in big cities and small towns that suit the unique needs of our communities. Downtown Ogden is the economic, entertainment, and transportation hub of northern Utah. In Clearfield's downtown, older commercial areas now have homes and a new library, efficiently using existing infrastructure. In Bountiful, their Main Street and Town Square serve as the community's gathering place. People enjoy shopping, skating, attending concerts at the band shell, and browsing the park's farmers market in this historic part of town. And many live nearby in townhomes, apartments, condos, and single-family homes.
So we love our Main Street, we love our town square. It's really the heart of our community and where all of our vibrancy comes from.
Mill Creek is a medium-sized city that has brought a mixed-use city center to life.
Before Mill Creek Common, Mill Creek lacked a downtown or a gathering place. So we've reinvented this place, created a center, and we have attractions here for the public, a splash pad for little kids, an ice ribbon and roller skating. And then we brought city services here. Our city hall is here, our police department is here. It's truly a community gathering spot and a civic center.
Downtown Daybreak in South Jordan has taken off.
The city of South Jordan is proud to be home to the beautiful master plan community of Daybreak, and we are working closely with our partners to create an amazing place that benefits all of our residents here and everyone in the southwest corner of Salt Lake County. We are creating a regional hub where you can live, work, play, dine, shop, and we're trying to make sure it's easy for everyone to get to.
Pleasant Grove's Main Street is core to the city's identity, and they've added an exciting new city park for families. Provo's City Center features stunning plazas, public art, and a welcoming streetscape set amidst revitalized, historic, and new buildings, making it a beautiful place folks want to be.
Year-round residents and college students alike enjoy Provo's City Center and its unique entertainment, diversity of cuisine, and shopping. They can get here however they want, whether that's by car, train, bus, bike, or walking. No matter how they get here, they're glad they came.
Centers come in various forms, each tailored to its community. Yet the benefits of centers extend beyond their immediate neighborhoods. Centers help us provide more homes overall. By coordinating with transportation choices, centers make it easier to get to school, shopping, and job opportunities, helping to reduce traffic congestion. Creating ways for growth to occur within these centers also helps conserve open spaces and farms. And homes in centers, on average, use less water, a precious resource, especially in Utah. In short, centers work, And every city can create or enhance a center that its residents love, now and in the future. Together, we have a plan, and it's working. So let's keep going.
I love the examples, the stories that are being told of centers working across the greater Wasatch Front that are highlighted in this video. But we know this is not just a greater Wasatch Front idea, that main streets, city and town centers are occurring all across the state. In fact, let's just get a sense of it. I'd like you, if you have a main street, a downtown, a city or a town center in your community, raise your hand. Wow. All right. Now, regardless of whether you've got one, raise your hand again if you have one that you're working to enhance or you want to create a new one. Or you don't have one, you want to create one. I'm going to say, it's hard to tell because of the lights. I think that was actually more hands on the second. So let's keep our fingers crossed that was the case.
Ted, there is so much momentum behind this idea, and the interest in centers has never been greater. Year after year, we see more centers being planned and developed all across the state of Utah.
There's really a lot of momentum on this. And, you know, Michelle, I was reflecting on just this basic idea of city and town centers, and literally last night, cities were coming into my mind. I was thinking of Helper and Helper's Main Street. I was thinking of Vernal's, you know, energized downtown. I was thinking about Sandy Cairns District. I was thinking about all of these places, St. George and their really cool downtown, and the stories that we heard yesterday about Logan's downtown. Now, can you picture these places in your mind? They're different, so different from each other, just like each of those communities is different. We love that about our cities, that each is distinct, and so are the city and town centers that we have. Really, the diversity of a center is unlimited.
I love those examples across the state. And Ted, I bet right here in this room, you all have incredible ideas. So we'd ask you to take a moment and grab the note card on your table and find a pen. And I want you to think about the following question. If your community could strengthen one aspect of your center, what would it be? And I'm going to give you a couple of ideas. Doesn't have to be one of mine, but just to kind of get you thinking about your community. It could include community gathering venues, better restaurant and dining options, more housing options, improved transportation, and family-friendly parks and plazas. So please take a moment and write down those ideas on your note cards.
All right, now while you're doing that, Michelle and I are going to answer for our community. So again, I'm in the city of North Salt Lake, the greatest city in the United States of America. And
Murray would like
that's
a
the
word.
way it works, right, Mayor? So we're working on a city and a town center in my town, and we're working on everything that Michelle listed, but the number one thing that we're doing, and I know the rest of my council and mayor would agree, is we need a reason for people to come to our town center. We need the spark that brings them there. And what we're doing is we're taking our centrally located Hatch Park and we are redesigning it so it becomes the central gathering place for our city.
I love that, Ted, and I love that you have an existing asset in your community that you're trying to enhance and improve. When I think about Spanish Fork, I'll be honest, I want it all. I'm dreaming big. I think about an area that's easy to access, and there's restaurants and entertainment, and I don't have to get in my car to go from location to location. I also think it's really important to have a variety of housing options around that center. And the cherry on top for me would be a venue where neighbors and families could gather for seasonal events year-round.
But that's all. Just do all those things, and you're great. So we'd love it if you brought your note card to the WFRC or MAG tables. They're right next to each other in the exhibit hall. Share your thought or idea. Even if you don't share an idea, we've got a little gift that you can take when you visit those tables.
Yeah. Ted, before we wrap up, I do think it's important that we acknowledge that challenges do exist for some communities as they consider the center's strategy. But that's what today is all about, Planners Day. Throughout the day, we're going to have fantastic breakouts where we'll be talking about tools and resources, and we invite you to join and participate in those. Really, we want you to think about your specific community and what you envision and how you implement that. So we're going to ask you one more time to come back to your note cards, and if you'll write down a challenge or two that you think you have with your current center or a center that you're envisioning in the future. So go ahead and write that down on your card.
You don't need to raise your hands this time, but ask yourself, is this tricky to pull off enhancing or creating a city or town center? It is, right? The challenges are very, very real. I was thinking about my city on this. A couple that we have Highway 89 running through the heart of our town, very important transportation corridor, but we're also trying to set the stage for a walkable center, and there's a little bit of conflict there. The wonderful thing for us is we're working with UDOT as a great partner to work through those issues. We also have parking challenges. How do we provide enough parking but also create a walkable center? These are the kinds of things to work through, the type of thing that we'll be talking about here today. Things like tools and resources that help us think about the planning of a center, the design, maybe it's ordinance work, could be a transportation challenge. It might be the politics of working through a center.
So we invite you to come to the breakouts, learn, ask questions, and more importantly, share your experiences. We want to hear from you. What's working in your communities? What challenges you have? And we're really looking forward to those conversations today.
We really are, and we're really eager to work with you. And who's the we here? So there's Wasatch Front Regional Council and Mountain Land Association of Governments. We have technical assistance programs. The League, our partners at the League of Cities and Towns, want to help. There's the American Planning Association Utah chapter who has a booth here. Did you know that they have tracks and programs to help specifically planning commissioners in the House? Right on. Maybe 3. I'm just kidding. And also city planners. And Utah Department of Transportation has a technical assistance program. Here's the main thing. It covers the state.
Thank you all so much for joining us this morning, and we hope by the end of the day you leave here with tools and resources to bring back to your communities. Have a great day.